Investment. Let me ask you something. How many times have you thought about why you're still struggling financially, even though you work hard, save a little, and maybe even invest occasionally? Investment. You're doing the right things, most people tell you, yet the bank account isn't growing the way you hoped. You might even feel frustrated watching friends or colleagues suddenly hit milestones, buying their first home, going on amazing vacations, or even retiring early while you're stuck in the same cycle. The truth is, most people fail financially not because they don't make enough money, but because of certain habits they keep repeating every single day without even realizing it. Let's be real. Financial success is not about luck or some mysterious secret formula. It's about behavior, mindset, and consistent actions. And if you want to break free from living paycheck to paycheck, you need to confront the habits that are quietly keeping you poor. Some of them might feel harmless, even normal, but over time, they accumulate into huge financial obstacles. Today, investment. I'm going to break down 5 of these money habits that are sabotaging your financial future. And the first step is recognizing them. Once you see them clearly, you can start replacing them with habits that actually grow wealth instead of shrinking it. Think of this as a wake-up call, a chance to finally take control of your money instead of letting your money control you. The end investment. By the end of this talk, you're going to understand exactly why most people stay poor despite working hard, and more importantly, what practical steps you can take today to flip the script. Investment. You'll see that building wealth is not about working 80-hour weeks or taking risky investments. It's about making smarter decisions consistently and avoiding the traps that keep people financially stuck. So if you're ready to stop living in scarcity, to stop worrying about bills, and to finally start building real, lasting wealth, then pay close attention. Because the habits you're about to discover are the same habits I see in almost everyone who struggles financially, and recognizing them is the first step to finally breaking free. Spending more than you earn is arguably the single biggest financial mistake most people make, and it's one of the most effective ways to keep yourself trapped up in a cycle of scarcity and stress. At first glance, it might not seem like a huge deal. Maybe you're just upgrading your phone. Investment. Buying the latest pair of shoes, or treating yourself to a fancy dinner once in a while. It feels harmless, even enjoyable. But when you look at it over months and years, these small decisions accumulate into thousands of dollars of unnecessary expenses. The key problem isn't just the money spent. It's the mindset behind it, the habit of prioritizing short-term satisfaction over long-term financial stability. Think about it this way. If you earn $4,000 a month, but your spending adds up to $4,500, you're already $500 in the red every month. That's $6,000 per year that you're effectively throwing away, or more accurately, creating debt to cover. And what happens when unexpected expenses arise? A medical bill, car repair, or even a temporary loss of income can completely derail your financial situation because there's no buffer. Living beyond your means doesn't just prevent wealth accumulation, it sets you up for constant stress, anxiety, and vulnerability. One of the biggest traps that encourages overspending is trying to keep up with others. Social media makes it worse. Every day you see friends, influencers, or celebrities flaunting the lifestyle of their dreams. New cars, expensive vacations, luxury homes. It's easy to fall into the comparison trap and feel like you need to match what others are doing to feel successful or accepted. God, an investment. This is a dangerous mindset because it prioritizes appearances over actual financial health. Just because someone else can afford something doesn't mean it's right for your budget. Wealthy people don't get rich by keeping up with appearances. They build assets quietly while avoiding lifestyle inflation. Another aspect of living beyond your means is the overuse of credit cards. Credit cards are marketed as convenient tools, and they are, but only if used responsibly. Many people treat credit cards as free money, buying things today and thinking they can figure out payment later. The reality is, those high interest rates quickly turn small purchases into large debts, and the cycle repeats. What starts as a $500 purchase can easily snowball into thousands of dollars in interest payments. The trap is psychological as much as financial. Seeing a payment due later on a card gives a false sense of affordability, masking the real cost of overspending. To truly escape this habit, You must first be brutally honest with yourself about your spending patterns. Tracking every expense for a month or two can be eye-opening. It reveals exactly where your money is going. Investment, often highlighting small leaks that you didn't even notice, like subscriptions you don't use, daily takeout, or impulsive online shopping. Once you know where the money is flowing, you can make deliberate decisions about what to cut or adjust. This isn't about deprivation, it's about redirecting your money toward things that actually increase your net worth and security. Another critical strategy is adopting a lifestyle below your means. This doesn't mean you can't enjoy life. It means making intentional choices to spend less than you earn and save or invest the difference. For example, instead of buying a brand new luxury car, consider a reliable used car and invest the remaining money in an index fund or savings account. Instead of upgrading your phone every year, use your current phone until it truly needs replacement and invest the savings. These small intentional sacrifices compound over time and become the foundation for financial freedom. Finally, mindset shifts are essential. Living below your means requires seeing money as a tool to create freedom, not a status symbol to impress others. Investment, it requires delaying gratification and valuing future wealth over immediate pleasure. People who master this habit don't just avoid debt. They build real financial security, giving themselves options and peace of mind. Investment, living beyond your means might feel good in the moment, but in the long run, it keeps you stuck, stressed, and poor. Learning to spend less than you earn is the single most effective financial habit you can develop. And it's the cornerstone for building wealth that lasts. Most people who struggle financially aren't doing anything dramatically wrong. They just aren't paying attention to where their money actually goes. Failing to budget or track spending is a silent but powerful habit that keeps millions of people trapped in financial mediocrity. It's easy to underestimate the impact of small, regular expenses. Makes a good investment, but when left unchecked, they quietly drain your bank account and prevent you from building wealth. Budgeting isn't about restriction or deprivation. It's about control, clarity, and intentionality. Without it, everything has no investment, and you end up reacting to your financial situation rather than shaping it. Many people operate on autopilot when it comes to money. They earn their paycheck, cover a few obvious bills, maybe put a small amount into savings if they remember, and then spend the rest. They don't think about it because the amounts often seem manageable in isolation. A $5,000 coffee here, a $50 dinner out there, and a $30 shopping spree over the weekend. But over weeks and months, these little purchases add up. You might spend hundreds or even thousands of dollars on things that don't actually improve your life in any meaningful way. Tracking every dollar is the only way to see these leaks, and once you do, investment, you can make informed decisions about where your money should go. Budgeting also brings clarity. When you know exactly how much money is coming in and how much is going out, you can start to make smarter financial decisions. You'll know where to cut back, how much to save, and when you can comfortably spend on things that truly matter. It's easy to assume that because you earn a certain amount, you should have a certain lifestyle, but income alone doesn't create wealth. Without a budget, income is just money in motion, investment, flowing out as quickly as it comes in. A budget turns your income into a plan, a roadmap for achieving goals rather than just surviving month to month. Investment. One of the biggest mistakes people make is treating a budget as a static, rigid rule. A budget isn't about limiting your life. It's about aligning your spending with your priorities. For example, if travel is important to you, a budget can help you allocate funds intentionally toward trips instead of mindless spending on things you don't value. Similarly, if financial freedom is your goal, investment, a budget ensures that money is systematically directed toward investments and savings instead of disappearing into unnecessary expenses. Budgeting is a tool for choice, not punishment. Failing to track spending also prevents people from identifying patterns that are silently harming their finances. Subscriptions are a perfect example. Streaming services, apps, and memberships often auto-renew investment, and most people don't even realize how much they're spending each month. Take the cumulative effect of 5 or 6 of these subscriptions. It could easily equal the cost of a short-term vacation or a significant contribution to an investment account. Without monitoring expenses, these leaks continue unnoticed, silently eroding potential wealth. Another overlooked aspect is how failing to track spending impacts your mindset. When you don't know where your money is going, it's easy to feel out of control. You might work hard all month and still feel like you're never getting ahead. This creates stress, anxiety, and a sense of helplessness. In contrast, Budgeting and tracking your money provide a sense of empowerment. You see exactly how your choices impact your financial situation, which builds confidence and encourages smarter decisions. The good news is that fixing this habit doesn't require complicated systems or expensive tools. Even a simple spreadsheet or a budgeting app can make a huge difference. The key is consistency. Log every expense. Review your spending regularly and adjust as necessary. This practice not only highlights areas for improvement, but also reinforces the habit of conscious spending. Over time, this awareness alone can dramatically reduce unnecessary expenses and increase your ability to save and invest. Ultimately, failing to budget and track spending keeps people poor because it leaves money directionless. Without clear goals and visibility, income is simply spent as it comes, leaving little for building wealth. Tracking spending allows you to take control, make deliberate choices, and ensure that every dollar you earn is working toward your financial future. It's one of the simplest yet most powerful habits you can adopt to move from financial frustration to freedom. Once you start, it makes a good investment. You'll quickly see that knowledge and intentionality in your finances aren't just helpful, they're transformative. One of the most destructive habits that keeps people financially stagnant is prioritizing short-term gratification over long-term goals. And it's a habit that almost everyone falls into at some point, often without realizing it, because humans are naturally wired to seek immediate pleasure. There's nothing wrong with enjoying life. But when every financial decision is driven by instant gratification, wealth building becomes nearly impossible. The decisions you make today, buying that new gadget, upgrading your car, investment, splurging on a night out, might seem harmless in the moment, but they have a compounding effect that delays or even derails your financial future. Think about the psychology behind it. When you buy something immediately, you get a rush of satisfaction. It's rewarding, and your brain remembers that feeling, making you more likely to repeat the behavior. The problem is that this short-term satisfaction often comes at the expense of long-term security. While you're enjoying a fleeting thrill, your money could have been working for you. Invested in stocks, real estate, or a retirement account, growing quietly and steadily. Wealth accumulation is not about luck. It's about patience and consistency. Every dollar you spend on immediate pleasure is a dollar not compounding in your favor. The danger of short-term thinking becomes even clearer when you consider lifestyle inflation. As income rises, so does spending. Thus, a small raise at work doesn't automatically translate to financial growth if it's immediately absorbed by a bigger apartment, a fancier car, or more expensive habits. Instead of allowing your income increase to accelerate your wealth, it simply increases your expenses. People who fall into this trap often feel like they're keeping up with their peers, but in reality, they're sabotaging their own long-term goals. True wealth comes from the ability to delay gratification and redirect money into opportunities that build lasting value. Another example of short-term thinking is unnecessary consumer debt. Many people use credit cards or personal loans to fund lifestyle choices they can't afford right now. Everything might feel good in the moment, owning the latest phone, fashionable clothes, or luxury items. The debt creates ongoing financial pressure. Interest accumulates, payments mount, and suddenly, the short-term thrill has turned into long-term stress. This cycle is incredibly hard to break and is one of the main reasons people feel trapped financially despite earning a decent income. To break this habit, it's essential to shift your mindset from immediate rewards to future benefits. One practical approach is to visualize your long-term financial goals vividly. Whether it's buying a house, achieving financial independence, traveling the world, or retiring early, having a clear vision makes it easier to say no to impulsive purchases. When the desire for instant gratification arises, ask yourself, investment, will this purchase move me closer to my goal, or will it set me back? This simple question can create a powerful mental filter that protects your money. Investment. It's also crucial to create structured systems that encourage delayed gratification. For example, instead of buying something impulsively, implement a 30-day rule, wait 30 days before making non-essential purchases. Often, the initial desire fades and you realize you didn't really need the item in the first place. Another method is automating your investments and savings. By directing a portion of your income toward investments the moment it arrives, you're prioritizing long-term growth over immediate pleasure. This removes temptation and ensures that your financial future is always progressing. Short-term gratification isn't inherently bad. It's natural and can be part of a balanced life, but it becomes harmful when it consistently overrides long-term planning. Wealth building requires discipline, consistency, and the ability to make choices that may feel uncomfortable today, but pay off exponentially tomorrow. People who master this habit don't just accumulate money, they gain freedom, security, and peace of mind. They don't worry about unexpected expenses or financial emergencies because their resources are structured, growing, and protected. In the end, the habit of choosing instant gratification over long-term goals is a major reason why many people remain poor despite working hard. It's not about income, talent, investment, or luck. It's about the daily financial choices we make and our willingness to delay pleasure in exchange for lasting wealth. By training yourself to prioritize the future over the present investment, you set the foundation for financial independence and a life where your money works for you rather than the other way around. ChatGPT said, everything most overlooked habits that keeps people poor is ignoring investments and relying solely on earned income. Many people believe that working hard, getting promotions, or saving a small portion of their paycheck is enough to achieve financial security, but this is far from the truth. Relying exclusively on a job or active income creates a ceiling for your wealth because there is a limit to how much you can earn in exchange for your time. Time is finite, and so is your earning potential if you don't make your money work for you. This is why investing and creating passive income streams are essential for long-term financial growth and wealth accumulation. The first problem with ignoring investments is that money loses value over time due to inflation. If you keep your savings in a checking or savings account that barely earns interest, the purchasing power of that money diminishes every year. Inflation is silent but relentless. What a 10,000 can buy today will not be the same amount it can buy in 10 years. Investment. People who fail to invest are effectively losing money every year, even if their account balance remains the same. Yeah. The solution is to put money into assets that have the potential to grow faster than inflation, and such as stocks, real estate, or other investments. These vehicles allow your money to grow over time, compounding into significant wealth that cannot be achieved through earned income alone. Another critical reason people remain poor is fear or lack of knowledge about investing. Many avoid investments because they feel it's too complicated, risky, or only for wealthy people. Investment. This mindset is one of the biggest barriers to financial freedom. The truth is, starting small is enough. Even modest, consistent investments in index funds, dividend stocks, or real estate can generate substantial returns over time. Compound interest is powerful. It doesn't care how much you start with. It rewards consistency and time. The earlier you start investing, the more you benefit, and avoiding it altogether keeps your financial growth stagnant. Relying solely on active income also limits your lifestyle flexibility and financial security. Jobs can be unpredictable. Promotions may be delayed. Layoffs can happen, or health issues may reduce your earning ability. If all your money comes from working, your financial stability is entirely tied to circumstances outside of your control. On the other hand, investments and passive income provide a buffer. Rental income, dividends, interest, or profits from a small business can continue even if you're not actively working, giving you freedom and security. Investment. People who ignore this opportunity are essentially trading years of their life for money without leveraging their resources to grow wealth passively. Investment. One of the simplest ways to start investing is by automating contributions. Decide on a fixed percentage of your income to invest each month and set it on autopilot. Investment. This removes the temptation to spend it elsewhere and ensures consistent growth. Over time, even small amounts accumulate into a significant portfolio, creating a foundation for financial independence. Another effective strategy is to educate yourself about different types of investments. Knowledge is the key to confidence in investing, and understanding the principles of risk, diversification, and long-term growth allows you to make informed decisions rather than avoid investing out of fear. Real estate is another avenue that can transform financial outcomes. Owning property, whether rental homes, commercial spaces, or other assets, can provide consistent passive income and long-term appreciation. People often think real estate is out of reach, but starting small with one property or even participating in real estate investment groups can be a powerful way to build wealth. Similarly, investing in stocks, mutual funds, investment, or ETFs allows your money to grow while you focus on other areas of your life. The common thread is creating streams of income that do not require constant active work. The habit of ignoring investments keeps people poor because it confines them to a linear financial path: earning, spending, saving just enough to survive, and repeating the cycle. Investing multiplies your money, accelerates growth, and provides financial options that cannot be achieved through active income alone. It shifts the paradigm from working for money to having money work for you. Over time, this is the difference between financial struggle and financial freedom. In conclusion, avoiding investments and relying solely on active income is one of the most critical habits that keeps people from achieving wealth. Investment. Building multiple streams of income and letting money grow through investments is essential for escaping the cycle of financial struggle. The sooner you start, the more time your money has to work for you, and the easier it becomes to create lasting wealth. Ignoring this opportunity is not just a missed chance, it's a deliberate choice to stay stuck financially. Investment. While those who take action reap the benefits of compounding, passive income, and true financial independence.